I came up with like 6 rap names. I can't even remember the other ones.
Okay, they're not.
But I lost my phone with all the rap names, and I remembered Highness Daze. And I was like, okay, maybe that should be it. And how I even came up with that, it was like, I was just getting high as fuck. I was just getting high as fuck. Like, okay. I'm the highest nigga ever.
I was thinking like Your Highness. Hey you guys, welcome back to another episode of No Right Answers. Today I got 3 brothers with me, people I met, like random. It was pretty random, I would say. Like, I was at a job event, you know, like, and the craziest thing is like y'all show love from like the get-go. Like after, so I work as a locksmith right now. I help people get back inside their homes. It was like a cold day. Like you and your boy, I think y'all went to like Waffle House or something. God. Like y'all was walking back, but like I helped them get inside. After that, like we just like started talking. I think like the topic of music kind of came up, you know, that kind of piqued my interest a little bit, and then he rolled up one for us, that was crazy to me, you know. That's definitely a story like I'm not gonna forget. So like I was like off the bat, yo, this is like I like this energy, like we gotta talk, especially with the whole music thing. So like I told him about the podcast. He said he wanted to be on it, so this is us here right now. But I'm gonna let them introduce themselves. I'll start with you because you know you're my main guest.
For sure. It's your boy HD, man. Highness Daze, the golden boy. You know what I'm saying? Kicking it with that boy Justin, man.
Yeah, man, it's your boy Leak, man. Baby Leak on Instagram. Feel me? I do YouTube. Y'all go check me out on YouTube. I just dropped a video. Y'all go show some love.
Okay.
It's your boy Baby Boy Jerry, man.
Welcome in. I didn't know you did YouTube. What type of videos you make?
Everything. I make content for the people.
He just posted some funny ass shit on there, like yesterday.
Like some prank shit, or like.
I did a boxing video yesterday.
Like boxing, like.
Yeah.
Oh
shit.
Yeah, y'all gonna watch that boxing video.
Dre
Mayweather. You was in it? I'm gonna have to check that out after. That's crazy.
Instagram BABY1EK. That's how y'all get that link in the bio.
I got you.
Yeah.
All right, so I mean, I say. We should start it off with talking about the music thing. You know, I feel like that's like the main reason we are here. The first thing I want to ask is kind of like, I mean, and you were telling me a little bit about it before, but kind of how you got introduced to this, like how that seed was planted inside of you, and how it took some time to grow, but you know, it flourished into what you are right now.
For sure. Well, I'm gonna start off by saying like my mom, she was always very intent about making sure I understood I could do whatever I wanted to do in this life. So she always would tell me you could be whatever you want, you can do whatever you want. And me personally, I just really took that to heart. Like I really believed her, you know what I'm saying? So in elementary school, I had a rap book, you know what I'm saying? And book full of raps. But I used to hide it from my parents because the stuff I was talking about, I had never done before. I was a kid, I was in elementary. You don't got that many experiences when you're 7 years old, you know what I'm saying? So I'm in the rap book talking about whatever, and they fucked around and found the rap book. So they found the rap book and they asked me, they like, you want to be a rapper? You know what I'm saying? I personally, I wasn't aware that I knew anybody who was doing their thing with the music. So it wasn't like I knew that was really, even though she used to tell me you could be whatever you want, it's still like, is this even possible?
Like, you know what I'm saying? Still had that doubt?
Yeah, a little bit. So when they asked me like, do you want to be a rapper? Do you want to be a rapper? I'm embarrassed. I'm like, nah, I'm like 7 years old. So after that, I just left it alone for years, all the way until I was 19. You know what I'm saying? But before I, you know what I'm saying, got to that age, like, I just remember things like riding in the car with my auntie Erica and her singing Future songs and stuff like that.
You good.
And just loving the music, but, you know what I'm saying, still not really understanding what was going on. And the memory is so clear in my head because it was just a moment for me, like, she was just turning up, and like my Uncle Rico, man, the same thing, like just him at a basketball camp one time, him talking to my dad, me just kind of being in the background a little bit, and he just, whatever they talking about, he just busts out in song, rapping Chosen One by Future, you know what I'm saying, and that shit just always stuck with me, like, you know what I'm saying, like, I didn't really understand what was going on at the time again, but like as I got older and I realized, I'm like, wow, that's really special. You know what I'm saying? And
Was it like kind of like the energy, like when they sang?
it was
or
the
was
energy.
It the lyrics?
Yes, it was the energy. It was like they really was into it. Like they wasn't just rapping it. They like
They
you
embody
feel me?
it.
Like
Okay,
yo, God,
okay.
you know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. Yeah, so I had a natural love for music, but the love just grew when I understood like shit, who I am for real, like you know what I'm saying? And
What do you mean by that? Like,
well, my mom and my auntie Erica, they best friends. They been best friends my whole life, like since day one. That's been my auntie. You know what I'm saying? They not blood related though.
oh really?
You know what I'm saying? But blood can make us know closer. You see what I'm saying?
I agree.
So my auntie Erica had children with Rico Wade. Rico Wade, you ever heard of the Dungeon family? You should look them up.
Who's the Dungeon family?
Look it up, Dungeon family. And goddamn, like it's uncomparable the shit that they've done for the Atlanta music scene. You know what I'm saying? It's a special shit.
It's right here.
Yeah, that's them.
So they like
That's,
they all make music or like
yeah,
they
they
do
are.
like.
They artists.
Oh,
produce-
CeeLo Green's a part of it.
Look at the beginning.
And Future.
Rico Wade right there.
Oh
yeah.
shit.
But yeah, though.
So Erica had some kids with Rico Wade.
Right, and to be real, my connection with my auntie Erica is really how my connection to Rico is what it is. You know what I'm saying? That's how that is what it is. Like they kids and stuff. Them, I call them my cousins, but I look at them like little brothers too. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's some cool shit, and like just like I said, they was rapping his shit back then when I was just a little kid before I even knew that. Oh, let me tell you how I found out what was really going on. I'm sitting in the trap one day, you know what I'm saying? And I walk out the room. I think I went to go get something to drink. I come back upstairs. You know how it is, bro. Like, it hella niggas in that bit. You know what I'm saying?
Wait, okay, I'm sorry. The trap,
Yeah.
is that like your home or what is it?
The trap, it's a spot where certain things go down. You know what I'm
Okay,
saying?
I
Certain
got
things
you.
get taken care of. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. And so I'm in there one day, chilling like a regular day. I walk out the room to go get something to drink, and I come back. All the bros in the room. I sit down. I'm on my phone. I'm not even paying attention, but I hear somebody talking, and it sounds like Rico. So I look up. They watching the interview. It's him and Future. You know what I'm saying?
Yo.
I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, nigga, that's my folks for real. Like,
Wait, so you didn't know before?
No, I didn't know. Like, it's crazy. Like,
Oh,
you know,
shit.
like sometimes when shit be so real, it be like you don't feel the need to bring that shit up. Sometimes, you know what I'm saying? Like, how can I even explain it? Like, it's like I bring it up right now. Like my little brother, his name is Jabari Smith Jr. He in the NBA.
Oh,
He played for the Houston Rockets. But it's like I just brought that up really to just make a point. Like I don't walk around talking about that. You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is. Everybody in the situation know what it is. Like, and eventually I found out what it was without them bringing it up. You know what I'm saying? Like my mom never talked about it. Like my dad never talked about it. Like, you know what I'm saying? But my auntie Erica was always around. Like she was always around. She was always there for me type shit. Like she always showed love type shit. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, man, I just really, I got so much respect for that whole situation and everything that they done. Like I'm really particular about, you know, me even bringing it up, who I bring it up to. But I feel like I'm at a point now where it's like I'm comfortable with like accepting, like that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like it's special, bro, and I really treat it like that.
Okay. So just to kind of like tie everything together, you would say like your mom, she's the one who like
Yeah.
planted the seed of,
Yeah.
hey, like you can do anything you really put your mind to, you know, like really give you that vision. But your auntie, she's the one that was like, that kind of gave you that confidence to really pursue music.
My mom made it clear that I could do whatever I wanted to do, but my auntie made the rapping cool. Like she made it, she made it like yeah, that's some shit I could see myself doing. And it's not. I'm not saying that it was an everyday thing where she was just turning up the music. It was a specific situation.
Those moments, that
that stuck in my mouth.
Okay.
That stuck in my mind to this day. that I feel like gonna be with me forever. Where Magic come on and she just in the car lit. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, that's hard. Like, you know what I'm saying? I could do that shit. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, man.
So I'm assuming like the main type of music you make is rap. Or?
Yeah, man. I'm a very versatile artist. There's no box I can put in. You know what I'm saying? Like, when it comes to harmonizing, I can do that. Singing, barely. I'm working on it. I'm getting better. You know what I'm saying? But that rapping shit, yeah, I got that. You know what I'm saying? That's me.
Okay, that's your forte.
Yeah.
I got you. Do you be like making your own beats and like you make?
No, I don't make my own beats, but I got a couple platinum producer homeboys and shit like that who be showing me love and shit like that. So it's cool. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. I mean, do you want to kind of talk more about like your current songs and like?
Oh yeah, for sure. Right now I got a single out. It's called Lovely Ironic. It actually dropped on all streaming platforms today.
Oh, really? Dropped it today?
Today. It came out today.
We can listen to it?
Yeah, we can for sure. It's on YouTube. The video been on YouTube for about a week now. Okay. But it just dropped on all streaming platforms. Yeah, if you go to YouTube, you can type it in.
Find it.
Yeah. It's cool because the producer who made this beat already then went platinum. You know what I'm saying? And then
what'd you say it was called?
It's called, type in Lovely Ironic.
Lovely Ironic?
Yeah, Ironic. Yup. It should pop up. Yeah, that's it right there at the top. Yup.
I don't know if it'll come out. Yo, when did you record this music video?
Probably like last month.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Damn, so you got this shit out kind of quick, like.
Yeah, for sure.
Damn. Is this your first music video?
My first one. First one.
Lovely ironic. She held me down and I went and ran it up. Pounds on pounds on pounds on pounds on pounds, I ain't get enough. Got some hoes color honey oats and I keep them in bunches. And if you ain't know, ain't playing poker, this here ain't no bluff. Hey, protect my green to your tuck. I fuck them, they turn into fiends. I serve them jib in my luck. Won't keep a hold that you need and just sit back and play your role. You do that and I'ma make it.
Where'd you guys record this? Like at a studio or like somebody?
We was at the house.
Okay.
We was at the house.
Is that Ryder right next to you?
Yeah, that's Ryder right there. And that's my auntie Erica's son.
That's Erica's son?
Yeah.
And you must like have like hella people that make music around you, huh?
Yeah, I got a lot of great artists around me, but it's so cool because the artists are not just artists who make music who we came into contact with each other behind the fact that we make music. It's people that I grew up with, known for 10 plus years, shit like that, who really special artists, and that's going to be like legendary artists in this game. You know what I'm saying? I believe in them so much. I believe in them just as much as I believe in myself, and that's saying something, because I feel like I'm that one. You know what I'm saying? I know I'm that one. You know what I'm saying? I just gotta get out there to the masses to be understood, and I understand that.
Did y'all like kind of go on this music path like separately and then kind of like?
Yeah, that's how it happened. Yeah, It's so cool, man. My little brother, 94-foot Cam and his brother Ken Mill, they rap together in a group called We Brothers.
Okay.
Yeah, man, I love them little boys, man. Like, they talented, man. They gonna go all the way with that shit. Like,
cool.
Stage control, got it. Like,
they're already like performing.
Yeah, they be performing and stuff like that, doing shows and showcases and stuff, trying to get their name out there.
Have you?
I actually haven't done that yet.
Not yet.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm getting there. It's step by step, you know what I'm saying? It started off with trying to get the content out there right now. That's what I've been doing. After that, after I dropped this EP in May 14th, Royalty is dropping May 14th, 2023. Be on the lookout for that. After I drop that, I'll be able to perform more songs, because I only got this one song out, you know what I'm saying? So after I drop that EP, it's a 5-song EP, be performing them, doing shows, you know what I'm saying, get my name out there, introducing people better to who I am as an artist.
You got something to kind of show.
Yeah, exactly, you feel me? That's where I was at. I just had to, I've been working, getting everything together so I could put it out there, and when I started, I didn't have to stop, you know what I'm saying? So that's where I'm at with it right now.
Okay, so that reminds me of some of my friends. They make music too, and I think they're about to drop their EP as well. And in my head, like I don't make music.
Yeah.
So in my head, I was like, oh yeah, y'all just make songs like on the go, like month by, or like y'all when y'all make the song, y'all release it. And like no, like we've been working on this EP for like a year now.
Right.
Like
Yeah,
we're like compiling like hella songs.
Yeah.
And I wanted to ask, like, do you have like a lot just in, like kind of in the works, or are they already finished?
It's
like,
both. I got plenty of songs recorded.
Okay.
I got plenty of songs just sitting in my phone, waiting to be recorded whenever I go to the studio. I try not to. I try to use patience in my process.
Okay.
Like, you know what I'm saying? I try not to just rush and just get things done. I like to take my time with it all. I feel like with that approach, I get the best out of the situation. You know what I'm saying? Like the actual care and love that I'm putting into. I'm not just trying to do something just to say I'm doing it. I'm doing it because I really want to take it all the way. You see what I'm saying? So, yeah.
Okay. I think that approach is definitely like helpful, and because it's like quality over quantity. If you're just making songs, dropping it, like
that's that's the approach I'm taking. Quality over quantity. Exactly.
And like I think it will represent you a little bit more genuinely because like you're actually putting your heart and soul into
exactly.
every single song, every single lyric you're making.
That's what I pray.
Yeah.
That's what I pray. Hey, yeah.
Shit, man. So, okay, so say this EP drops, you know, are you like reaching out to like, I don't know what's the process of like getting on stage, like how do you like put yourself in that position?
Like I said, I ain't did it before yet.
Okay, so it's a learning process.
It's a learning process, just like with everything else though. I didn't know how to make a song before I made a song, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I'm gonna figure it out, you know what I'm saying? I'm still new to this shit, but I'm gonna figure it out, you know what I'm saying? Cause I'm intent about that, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I think if you want it, you can get it, you know? You'll find a way.
For sure.
Type of thing.
For sure. For sure. It's gonna happen.
Okay, so one thing I wrote down that I kind of want to touch back on is when your parents found your rap book and you said like you didn't kind of like believe in yourself.
Yeah.
Like
right.
Like, where do you think that kind of comes from? Like
I think it just came from it being so abnormal to my day to day, cause like I don't want to paint this picture like I was just in the studio every day around my auntie and stuff like that. Like that's not what was going on. You know what I'm saying? Like if anything, she probably come over our house type shit. I could remember like maybe like 1 or 2 times that I went over there as a child. Like, you know what I'm saying? So with that being said, it was so abnormal to what I was used to. It was almost like I felt like it might have been wrong type shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Ain't that crazy? Like, just because I had never really seen it before, I was doing something so new.
Like, okay, so different.
It was so different than what everybody else was doing. Cause like my stepfather, Jabbar Smith Sr., he played in the NBA.
Oh.
Yeah, he played in the NBA. So basketball was like what it was, you know what I'm saying? So when he found the rap book, I'm like, nah, I want to hoop. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I did from the day they found that rap book to 19 years old. From like 7 to 19, I was just playing basketball. I went to college for basketball at Atlanta Metro 1 year. You know what I'm saying? I was just playing basketball that whole time, but I messed around, got to Atlanta Metro, and one of my teammates had a MacBook and some headphones with the mic on them. You know what I'm talking about? So we was making songs like that, and I just fell in love with it. I remember, I'm like, bro, this is what I wanted to do from the jump.
Yeah.
Like this, I remember, and I just fell in love with it. I was making songs every day. I'm skipping class to make songs, all that shit, and
But that's so crazy how life, like, it wasn't like, it's like not what you expected, you know? Like you kind of started that path, and like I said, that seed was already planted.
Yeah.
But it took some time to grow,
Right.
and like you went through that hoop phase.
Yeah.
But it all led to you playing on that team with that teammate.
Yeah.
With the MacBook, with the earbuds, and like that's
that's
so
crazy.
it all kind of plays out, and to me, I feel like life kind of works out like that. It's never what you really expect, but it kind of like it's just crazy. Like
it works out. If you, it's like, man, the way I look at it, I feel like, and you know what I'm saying, how I said I want to talk about faith. Like, I feel like when it comes to God, if you put your faith in him, you really got faith in him and you trust him and you understand that he always gonna have your best interest at heart, no matter what the situation might look like originally, like at first, if you believe that, because he's so in control, whether you want to believe it or not, if you do believe it, I feel like he'll give you control. You know what I'm saying? Like, he'll let you control what's going on. And I know that might sound like some crazy shit, like
kind of like he'll let you control your own destiny
type shit. Like people feel like everything is like happening to them. You know what I'm saying? Like they not making it happen, but it's like it's all about perspective and balance, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like however you viewing life, that's just what it is. Like if you feel like everything happening to you, everything happening to you. But if you feel like I'm controlling this shit, I want this shit to go this way, I want it to happen like this, I'm telling you, bro, God gonna order your steps. As long as you believe in him and give him the glory, like, you know what I'm saying? Because you're not doing it by yourself. You know what I'm saying? You're not doing it by yourself. Especially if you get there, that wasn't just you, bro. You know what I'm saying? You might got the control, but somebody gave that to you, and that was him. You know what I'm saying? So
I really like that perspective of like, it's kind of up to you to make that decision. I have control over my life.
Right.
What happens to me is because of me.
right.
Because then I feel like the reason people don't do that, they say life is happening to them, is because they don't want to take the blame of what their situation is really looking like.
Right.
Because now it's their fault. You know, they want to blame it on like the school system or whatever, like all these other things. So I think it takes another level of like maturity and like kind of self-awareness to really say like, yo, the position I'm in right now is because of me, and I might not like it, but what I can do is change it because I do have control over
You got the power. You got the power. I'm trying to tell you, man.
That's like people. I feel like once you get that in your head, like life really starts for you. Cause like right now, like people not really living, you know.
Right. That's exactly what I'm saying. Like, and it's because they don't know they got the power. You know what I'm saying?
Don't.
So it's just all about perspective and balance, man. How you look at life and just everything you do. Too much of anything is a liability. You know what I'm saying?
What you mean by that?
Man, anything you do, if you do it too much, it can hurt you. Weed, nigga. If I just cut off everything in my life, and to the point where I was just in my room all day, just writing songs all day. That's all I did, bro. That shit not healthy. You know what I'm saying? That's not. People might make it seem like, oh, that's how you make it or whatever. But personally, I don't feel like that's how you get there. I feel like you have to rest. You have to take time for yourself. You have to take time for your family. And you have to work. But it's all about balance among all those things. You see what I'm saying? You can't, too much of anything is a liability. Straight up.
Okay, I see what you're talking about. But I don't know if you feel like this, but I feel like as a high achiever, like you kind of have that high standard for yourself.
Yeah.
So it's that kind of constant battle of like, or for me, it's like, man, I should be working more. Like, I should be doing X, Y, and Z to the max, like, and keep working at this pace. But I think what you just said about the whole balance thing, I think that's a good reminder for myself because I'll be stressing myself out for no reason. Like when I take a break, I'm like kind of hard on myself when I should be like, you know, like taking that break.
Right. Yeah.
So I think I needed to hear that, man.
For sure, bro. Yeah, man. Perspective and balance, bro. You control that. You make sure you balance everything out, and you looking at life in an optimistic, positive way. You'll be all right, man. Cause if can't nothing get you down, can't nothing break you. How you gonna lose? You can't lose. You know what I'm saying?
That's facts. That is true. I feel like that's facts. Like even like when you take an L, like
exactly.
If you want to see it as an L, it is. But like I think. For me, what I like to do is see it as like a learning opportunity. Exactly.
A lesson,
you know?
On God. That's how it's supposed to be.
It's just more experience under your belt.
And now you know.
Yeah.
Now you know.
You don't take losses, you learn lessons.
Exactly.
Yeah, and like I feel like the only time you really lose is when you accept that and then you give up.
Yeah.
If you could take that hit, you
should never qualify yourself as a loser anyway, though.
What do you mean?
You should never qualify yourself as a loser. Like, you should never feel like you ever lost. Cause for one, that deteriorates you as a man yourself, and you feel me. You always should uphold yourself. You should never belittle yourself at all. You should always speak highly of yourself. Let me put it like that. You should never try to belittle yourself. You feel me?
That's like basically what I'm saying. Like you got to look at life optimistic and positive, like no matter what's going on. But I see what you're saying too, though. Like when you don't look at it like that, and you looking at it like you shouldn't. You know what I'm saying? Like he's saying, and that's when you see it be like a downward spiral, because that's the reality you creating for yourself, because you telling yourself, damn, like I just lost instead of being like, bet that'll never happen again. I just learned that. You feel me?
I fuck with that. Okay.
Feel what I'm saying?
Okay, that whole what you said is very interesting to me. Do you think that mindset is something that you kind of always had, or you were taught it, or like you learned on yourself? Like where's that coming from?
Like it's all about learning for me. You never automatically have something off the strength. You always gotta learn. Like y'all said, you always gotta be taught before you actually get it. You feel me? So yeah, like I said, you always gotta be taught. It never was something that I always had off the rip. Like I had to learn how to, like, words are powerful. The words you speak are powerful. Like the words you based upon yourself are powerful. That's why I say you'll never catch me. Oh damn, I just took that L.
Like talking bad about yourself.
I just learned that lesson.
Dude.
Lessons, 2 L's make a W. I learned 2 times. I just won. You feel me? I don't never look at none as an L. And that is how I portray my lifestyle. Everybody don't do the same. My brother, he breaking it down the same way I'm breaking it down. You should never. But like I say, it's all about how you carry yourself as well too.
Yeah. I think how you see yourself is kind of how other people will see you. You know, if you think you're sorry and like you got no confidence, like
people gonna feel that energy.
Why would anyone in the world think you're a cool, confident motherfucker when like you don't think you're that, you know?
Exactly. Start with you.
And like even if it's the opposite, you do think you're cool, and like other people think you're like lame. It's like I don't think like it doesn't really matter, because that's their truth of you.
Yeah,
but, like,
it's their perspective.
Yeah, like,
and it's so cool because everybody on this earth got a different perspective on life.
That's facts.
Everybody look at life through a different lens. So like, and that's another thing I tell myself with the music. Like, I want the whole world to be like he, him. It's a done deal. Like, you know what I'm saying? I want it to be like that, but I tell myself all the time, if it's 8 billion people in the world, if I got 4 billion people saying he, him, we fuck with him, we want him to win, like, then I won. You feel what I'm saying? Like,
you don't need everybody.
I don't need everybody. You feel what I'm saying? Not like, if you feel some type of way about whatever you may feel some type of way about, cool. Feel that way. You're not gonna do nothing. You know what I'm saying? And that's just gonna be what it is. Like, you feel me? Like, you can't trip off of people not messing with you the way you want them to. You just gotta do you, bro. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta do you.
Was that always something that you, like, did you ever struggle with that? Like, did you ever, like,
to be real with you, like, it might sound kind of corny a little bit, but like, bro, I never was lacking attention. Like, all right, think about it, bro. Like, elementary school, you a kindergartner, your dad in the NBA. You know what I'm saying? He dropping you off at school and shit. He buying the whole school ice cream at lunch. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, you know, even if it wasn't real and we was just kids, like, people fought with me, bro. Like, and I'm not saying for only that, but like, it's just a lot of different things in my life.
And they noticed you and they knew who you were.
Type shit. So they always gravitated towards me. I remember being at recess and got down, running around like an airplane for like 30 seconds, 20 seconds. I was running around like an airplane. And I turned back around, and the whole school was behind me doing the same shit. Like, you feel me? Like, like, you know what I'm saying? So it's always been shit like that for me, and like, yeah, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Is that, okay. Things are kind of clicking for me. So do you think that kind of ties in with like the whole like Highness Daze, like the chosen one?
Yeah,
like, is that
golden boy.
Okay.
Yeah, man. But you know, my government name is Aurelius, which means the golden one. You know what I'm saying? So
what is that like from? Like,
Marcus Aurelius was a Roman emperor. That's another basis for the name. But I to be real with you, I don't want to tell you nothing wrong. I just know when I Googled it, like, what does Aurelius mean? Popped up, says the golden one. You know what I'm saying? So
okay.
I kind of ran with that a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
I like that.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I actually want to ask you on your name a little bit more. Highness Daze, where's that coming from?
Shit, to be real, man, I found my name All right. Well, I was going through some stuff. We could kind of hit like two subjects with this. I was going through some stuff. I to this day I still struggle with my mental health. Like, I don't got a problem talking about it today because I feel more powerful behind the fact that I went through it. Like, I used to hear voices real bad, like to the point where it was like I couldn't even function. I couldn't work. I couldn't be around people. I couldn't do nothing because the voices in my head was so intense and so negative. Like, they was just trying to break me down at every single turn. Like, everything I did, they would just down it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Everything. So,
Wait, can I ask you something on that?
yeah.
Are these voices like your own? Is it like a self-talk thing,
Okay,
or
so
is it like an outside perspective?
When it first happened, I wasn't aware of what was going on. It's gonna sound crazy. I don't got no shame. Like, I'm proud of myself for coming back to where I am today. Like, I didn't know what was going on. Like, when the voices first started, I didn't understand.
Like, how old are you?
Shit, this shit not too long ago. I'm probably like 20. I'm probably like 20 years old. I'm 25 now. So 2021, something like that. So I'm hearing these voices and I'm unaware of where they coming from. I'm like, bro, what the fuck is going on? Like, I'm not thinking, oh, that's me. See, what happened was I ended up moving to LA for a couple months. And I went to go visit some cousins in Oakland. So we get on the train and we on the train and I see this old lady. She talking to herself. She like, you don't talk to me like that. I'm an old lady. I'm an old lady, but she's not talking to anyone. You know what I'm saying? She's talking to herself. So I was on the back of the train and I'm viewing this. I'm like, bruh, is that what's going on in my head? Like, am I tripping off some shit that's going on only in my head? Like, you feel what I'm saying? And once I realized that, it kind of started to bring me back to reality. Other things started to happen that made me feel like, bruh, that's not nobody, bruh. That's you in your head. You know what I'm saying? That's you talking to yourself like that. You know what I'm saying? For whatever reason it was, I don't know, maybe some mistakes I made, maybe some guilt I was feeling, you know what I'm saying? A little bit of shame that I had then. But I'm proud to say on this day, I'm proud of every mistake, everything I did wrong, and everything I did positive, because all of that together created the person I am today. You know what I'm saying? And you ask me, that's an exceptional human being. You ask a lot of people, they'll tell you the same thing. You know what I'm saying? So it's no shame about none of that shit.
So you just like kind of overcame this yourself? Like, you didn't go to like the doctor, nothing like that?
Bro, let me tell you, bro, if it wasn't for my mom, my grandma, man, I'd be dead, bro. Like, straight up, bro. I had episodes and shit. We was fighting, arguing, all that shit, man. Me and my dad butted heads behind it. Man, like, it was deep, you know what I'm saying? And it just kept getting deeper, but they never turned their back on me. Like, even when they kicked me out, they'll goddamn check up or they'll pull up on me, make sure I'm good, you know what I'm saying? Like, shit like that. And that's so, like, come on, bro, everybody don't got that. So that's why you see people who go through mental shit, the same mental shit that I went through, and never recover because they don't got that support system. You know what I'm saying? And I had that support system. I'm just so thankful. I did go to mental facilities. I went to multiple mental facilities, you know what I'm saying? And I learned a lot of lessons in there. I learned that's not where I want to be. I learned I can control this because I don't want to lose control and have to continuously be in situations like this. So how I got back to myself, or a newer version of me, I say, not even back to myself, a newer version of me, I just fought the negative thoughts, the negative comments, everything bad that they were saying with optimism and positivity. So they telling me I can't, I'm like, fuck you, I can. Like, I can in my head though, you know what I'm saying? And it was a long battle, but eventually it got to the point where the voices subsided. Now they on my side. Like, when I'm doing something, they like, oh, you hard. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh God, and it's so real, bro. Like, no cap on it. Like, but that's really what's going on in this moment. Like, they'll say something like, oh, you got that, that's hard. Like,
bro, I fucking love that, bro.
For sure, bro. It was the opposite before, though, swear to God.
Wow, that's so inspiring, man. That's
for sure.
Thank you for sharing that story, man.
Yeah, man, I had to. I feel like it could. I know it's gonna be other people out there who go through the same things that I went through. So I feel like if I had somebody to break it down, what I was going through, the way I just did, maybe I could have got back to a newer or got to a newer version of myself quicker. You know what I'm saying? I might not have had to go through as much things as I did to get to where I'm at. So maybe I can help somebody else like that.
And like I feel like what you're talking about is not something that's widely known.
Right.
Like, cause I'm gonna be real with you. That's like honestly the first time I'm kind of hearing about this.
Yeah.
Like, so I feel like people that are struggling with it, they might feel kind of alone because there's not like people out there talking about
right,
it. You know,
and
make it kind of like make them comfortable. For
and so, and that's like my point. Like I went so long trying to convince that it wasn't me in my head. Like it was some other stuff going on, and I went so long without talking to anybody about it. Like just trying to handle it on my own because I never heard of nothing like this. You know what I'm saying? But like, you know what I'm saying? So maybe somebody be like, wow, maybe that's what's going on. You know what I'm saying? When they watch this, like maybe that's what's going on. Okay, cool. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Dude, thank you.
For sure. For sure.
Okay, so so you're telling me this whole story because you're explaining Highness Daze.
Oh right. Okay. So, okay. The reason I started talking about my mental health is because during the times when I was arguing with my family and butting heads with them and stuff like that, I had to go stay at a group home. And when I was staying at the group home,
what's a group home?
A group home is like where troubled individuals housed together.
Okay, like is there like a supervisor or y'all just keep each other?
Exactly, exactly. So, and it might not be even troubled individuals. Well, yeah, troubled individuals. It might not be something that's going on with you specifically, but maybe something in your family has you in a situation that's not very desirable. So you need somewhere to go, type shit. So okay, so I'm in a group home, and I'm like I said, I was convinced, like after the whole situation at Atlanta Metro, my college, rapping on the mic with the headphones, I'm rapping. So even though I'm going through all this shit with my head, they telling me I can't do it. They telling me it's never gonna happen. All that shit. I'm still trying to figure out how to get it done. So I came up with like 6 rap names. I can't even remember the other ones.
Okay, they're not.
But I lost my phone with all the rap names, and I remember Highness Daze. And I was like, okay, maybe that should be it. And how I even came up with that, it was like, I was just getting high as fuck. I was just getting high as fuck. Like, okay. I'm the highest nigga ever.
I was thinking like your highness, like a kid.
So I'm like, I'm the highest nigga ever. And highness. Yeah, highness.
I fuck with it.
I'm like, yeah, royalty. Yeah, like royalty, yeah, highness. And I'm in the days, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
and that's your first album, Royalty, right?
Yeah, that's the name of the EP, yeah.
Or the EP, yeah, my
royalty,
bad.
yeah. But that's exactly what it means, like, you know, royalty. Like, yeah.
I like it. Okay, by any chance, you watch anime?
Do Dragon Ball Z count?
Yeah, I would say so. It's like one of the big 3. It's like that, like Naruto.
Yeah.
So you watch like a little bit? Like you watch like
Not for real, but not besides Dragon Ball Z.
Okay. The only reason I asked that is because like in animes I feel like there's like a lot of scenes where like what are they fighting?
Yeah.
Like they be like kind of in their head of like, oh my god, like he's about to, like, you know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
I know
like,
what you're talking about.
So I say that to say when you were playing basketball, because you play a lot of basketball, right? Like middle school, high school.
A lot of basketball.
And you even went to college for that. Would you say you kind of had that voice in your head of like, I don't know, like when you like play against someone, like, oh, I don't know, like.
Sometimes.
Or is it more like your brain shuts off and you just start moving, you know, like?
It's like that sometimes. It just, okay, I say this, like when I was younger, like probably like 7th grade, I might have been the best player in the state. I wasn't ranked like that. It wasn't on paper. But if you line me up against any basketball player in the state when I was in 7th grade, I would have cooked their ass, like bad, you feel me? And it wasn't like, that was just natural. I was outside running hills with my little brother who in the NBA and shit. Like we was grinding for that shit and we was paying off. Like I was really talented with that shit, you know what I'm saying? Same way, not the same way, he way better than me, you know what I'm saying? But like we grinded for that shit, it didn't just happen. So I say like, it'll be times, like after like 8th grade, I stopped working out for real.
Like working out and like lifting weights or like What do you mean?
Like extra. So you know, every player goes to practice.
Yeah.
But the best players do work outside of practice. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I used to do work outside of practice. Okay, I say probably by the time I hit like ninth grade, I wasn't doing that no more. I was just playing off straight talent. This is what I got. And with that being said, ninth grade, I was gonna play varsity. You see what I'm saying? So, okay, but I messed around and broke my leg, didn't even get to play that year. But 10th grade year, I started varsity. You see what I'm saying? So, I'm saying that to say, sometimes it do be a voice in your head, but sometimes you just be in that zone where it's just like, you just moving out there. Like, and that's how it was. So.
Are you still hoop?
Not for real, man.
Not these days?
I kind of lost it a little bit. I gotta get back in shape, man. I gotta get back in shape, bro. But I still love basketball. It's done so much for me, mentally, for my family. Like I just love basketball so much.
I can relate to that. Like I was obsessed with basketball, and I started late. Like I started playing like eighth grade, I think. Yeah. So like me, I felt like I was behind everybody else because everybody been playing since they was a kid. You know, like it's my first time touching a basketball. I'm like. I remember like staying up in middle school like till like 12, just learning how to like dribble between my legs, like the basics, you know, because I'm trying to make it in the tryouts.
Yeah, oh god.
But so like basketball was like a big part of my life, and it like what it did for me was like it was like my first obsession with anything. So like I wanted it more than anything else, eating, like sleeping, like playing games, like meeting my friends. So it kind of showed me like when you have that passion for something, like it's not really like, oh, like I gotta do this, like, or like you gotta force it, like you just want to do it, you know, like your body just moves and it just kind of aligns with your identity. So that kind of helped me like with this podcasting, like I don't see this as work, I don't see this as a chore, like I fucking love doing this, like because it's a passion of mine.
And that's what it is for me with the music.
Yeah, exactly.
And I look at it like all the mistakes that I made, like as far as how I said I stopped working out outside of practice and shit. I'm taking those lessons and I'm applying it to this process. Like even though I said don't nobody need to just sit in a room for 24 hours and be writing songs and you know nobody needs to do that, bro. Like that's not healthy. You know what I'm saying? But you do need to do more than others. So you just gotta balance it out, bro. Perspective and balance, bro. Again, bro. You gotta balance it out. You gotta find that happy medium with everything. And that, I feel like that's how you achieve greatness. I don't think you achieve greatness by just overworking yourself.
Okay.
Like it's like America got this stigma where they feel like that's how you get it done.
Like the hustle culture.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm here to say, bro, that is not how you get it done, bro. You gotta take care of yourself. You gotta take care of your rest, all that shit, because it all matters in the way you think and the way you process stuff. Like, you know what I'm saying? So like, if you didn't stayed up. Don't get me wrong. Sometimes it's periods where you go hard. Yeah. But say you stayed up 6 days straight. You stayed up 6 days straight, bro. Chill out for 3-4 days, bro. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Don't try to Iron Man yourself to prove something. Like, bro, that's not how it's gonna get done, bro. You gonna burn out, bro. You know what I'm saying? You gotta balance everything. Why was I saying that?
I don't know.
It's all good.
But I like what you said about like if you have those moments, those spurts of like when you do want to go crazy. Yeah. I think that's when like the fire is really burning inside of you, and you gotta like kind of use that to your advantage, you know? Because like I think it's bad if you kind of downplay that. Like, yo, I need to take that rest. You should take advantage of that burning desire to like, yo, I want to make this music. Yeah. But you're not wrong with like you gotta take care of yourself, because in the moment that week you might be doing a lot of work. It might be advancing you pretty far. Yeah. But in my head, in the long run, it's gonna be detrimental. Like, you know Van, the guy in the other room. Yeah. Like when I first met him, he is like the hardest working motherfucker I knew. Yeah. Like he would not sleep. He would be like researching, like talking to people like all day. Yeah. Like, and his name, his like little nickname was like No Sleep Van, because he would not sleep. He said he would lay in his bed and just think about what he's about to do. Yeah. And that's his rest. And he would wake up and just start moving again. Yeah. I'm like, bro, this is not good for you. Yeah. And like eventually it kind of caught up to him. He like got sick, and like it like clicked for him, like I cannot be doing this no more.
Balance, bro. Yeah. You gotta balance it. It's like you gotta look at the rest like that's part of you grinding. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? So you don't feel like you just taking time off for nothing. Like you taking that time off because you need to take that
And
time
come back
off.
harder.
You feel
yeah.
exactly.
And that's the same way like working out. Like you cannot work out every fucking day. You need that rest. You need that stretch. Take care of your body.
Yeah.
So that translates to everything else.
For sure. Mm-hmm. Yeah, gotta have balance.
All right, let's start talking about the clothes because what y'all got on is pretty crazy.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that's swag. That's swag.
Let's see what we got on.
That's swag.
Yeah, those pants are hard, bro. Where'd you get those from?
We can't even get on the site. We talked about it the other day. We can't even drop the site. Y'all just gotta get it out me. You know?
Wait, you make clothes?
Oh no.
Nah, but I'm in the process of creating a clothing line.
Okay.
It's gonna be called Trippy Paradise.
Okay, I'll go with it.
You know that emblem that was on the YouTube video right before it started, like when you first searched it?
This right here?
Like,
This right
yeah,
here?
that right there,
This
yep.
right here?
Mm-hmm.
That's like your logo?
That's the logo, yep. And so I'm gonna be making t-shirts, hoodies, sweatpants, jeans with that logo. And I think it's gonna be very different. I think it's gonna be something that's different from the normal. And I feel like it's gonna be very lucrative, very successful, and I'm excited about it.
You said it's called Trippy what?
Trippy Paradise.
Trippy Paradise?
Trippy Paradise is like, that's my brand. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's the fam. Like, that's us. You know what I'm saying? Trippy Paradise. And I try to refrain from doing the normal. You know, not disrespecting nobody in no type way. But like, you know, most rappers, they'll probably put gang at the end of that shit or mafia or, you know what I'm saying? No disrespect to none of that. But I just wanted to, I don't want to be viewed in that light. So I went with Trippy Paradise Artworks. You know what I'm saying? So
Are you trying to create like a positive vibe?
positive
energy?
for sure.
Okay.
Absolutely. Like, and I want to see me, I'm from Douglasville, right? My grandma always stayed in East Atlanta, right off Flat Shoals.
Are you born and raised in Georgia?
In Georgia.
Okay.
I stayed in Spain, I stayed in China, I stayed in Cali, I stayed in Philly, I stayed in
China?
Yeah, China.
How long you was in China for?
Couple months.
Really? Like how? Like why? Like.
Shit, my dad was playing overseas.
Okay. So,
Yeah.
okay, I see. Okay.
Yeah, so we moved to China for a couple months. Yep. Yeah, bro. What was I saying? That we like.
We were talking about fuck.
Damn, that's crazy.
No. We got it.
For sure.
I mean, we were talking about the clothes.
Okay.
We were talking about the Trippy Paradise.
Yeah.
The positive.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's.
Okay, well, sheesh.
You good, bro?
I'm trying to see. So yeah, Trippy Paradise. That's the fam. Damn, that's like a brain freeze, like a motherfucker. Like,
Does the Trippy come from like shrooms?
Trippy,
Like,
just see me. I'm a stoner. Like,
Okay.
You can ask any of my family. Like, I'm smoking. Like, straight up. Like, I'm smoking from the time I open my eyes to the time I go to sleep, and I'm not even bragging about it. I'm just telling you what's going on. Like,
It's just your
you feel me?
lifestyle.
That man, hey man, that's what I do. So like the whole Trippy thing, it's like a psychedelic type thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? I did shrooms only once actually, but like the whole feeling of being high, like
That shit wavy to you.
I fought with it. Like,
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So,
Yo, who like how'd you get introduced to like smoking? Like I feel like that's those stories
man,
always
to
good.
be real, man, I used to be the nigga who's like, man, I ain't never smoking. I used to be like, I ain't never gonna smoke.
This was like during like your athlete phase.
Yeah, exactly. But like my best friend Trey. My best friend Trey, man, that nigga was like, bro, we gotta try this shit. Nah, I think he had actually already tried it. He was like, bro, you gotta try this shit on some shit. And it wasn't like I wasn't around this shit every day. You know what I'm saying? I was around the smoke every day. So I'm like, damn. I had thought about it before, even though I be saying I ain't gonna never do it. So when he was like, bro, we gotta try this shit, I slid on some sucker shit. I'm not ashamed, bro. Like I'm a new man. Like I slick got peer pressure on some shit, but I wanted to do it at the same time. He just brought it to my attention, type shit. But it's okay.
You remember that high?
I remember that high like it was yesterday. I achieved that first high like one other time since I've been smoking.
Really?
Yeah, man. It's lit. It's lit.
Wait, how'd you smoke? Like, okay, I'll tell you my story after because my shit is so embarrassing. But like, did you like roll up? You like smoke like Yeah, how'd you smoke?
It was a group of us, man. One of my other friends, that nigga had rolled like 2-3 blunts. It was my first time smoking,
tough,
so I'm
bro.
high as fuck. I'm riding in the
trying
car.
to stay in the rotation.
I see orange and red and blue, like the sky just looking crazy as fuck, like everything different colors and shit. I was like, wow, I fuck with this. Never stop smoking. I didn't stop probably for like a day, maybe a week, maybe. You know what I'm saying? But other than
ever since that day?
Since that day, bro.
Damn.
I've been smoking, bro. And then when I got to college that 1 year, niggas was waking me up. Like, wake up, bro. Blunts in your face. You feel me? Like, when it's like that to the point, everybody skipping classes to go have sessions at our spot. You see what I'm saying? When it gets to shit like that, bro, you gonna be a stoner, bro, because you're smoking all day. So that shit gonna get in your system. You gonna down there feel like you need that shit. And to be real, I'm not even endorsing that shit for real, bro. I know I'm just talking about like what I done been through, like my lifestyle. On some real shit, I'm about to go to rehab. Cause that shit, sometimes I don't be liking how that shit made me feel. You know what I'm saying? I be feeling kind of sluggish sometimes.
Bro, I feel that, yeah.
And shit like that. So like, after I drop my project, and I'm gonna start promoting hard up until I drop it. After I drop it, I'm gonna go to rehab for a little bit, just so I can cut off my access to it and just try to refresh my system to the point where I don't feel like I need to smoke from the time I open my eyes to the time I go to sleep. You see what I'm saying? So,
would you say like smoking kind of helps you make music, like that creativity side, or?
It don't matter for me. Like, it ain't the weed, it's me. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So it's like, it'd be cool when I'm high and I'm writing. Like, it'd be cool, but when I'm sober and I'm writing, that'd be cool too.
Okay.
You know.
Okay, I don't know what you think about smoking weed. I feel like everyone has a different high. Like we all like get the munchies. We all like have like these same like side effects. But I feel like the way we get high, I feel like everyone is kind of different.
Yeah.
For you, when you said like the first time you smoked, like you said the sky was like it was like orange, like really like vibrant. Like to me, like that type of high is very rare. Like I would relate that closer to like shrooms, like tripping.
Yeah.
Do you still like so like when you smoke now, is it more just like, oh, I'm just like a little high, I'm just a little more chill, or are you still like, yo, the world is beautiful, like
it's like a hard buzz.
A hard buzz?
Yeah.
Like nicotine buzz or like?
Fuck no. That might not have been a good description. It's like a strong feeling that's like, that made me feel like I'm floating. That's how I be feeling. I be feeling like I'm floating. Like I'm sitting there like I'm
feeling highness.
Just a little bit off the ground type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like just chilling like that though. Like, up there, like, feel me? And I fuck with the feeling.
I know you were in LA for a minute.
Yeah.
Well, I was just out there this month, bro. The guys there is just different. I don't know if you're
right though.
Bro.
Yeah, I be going to Madman. You know Madman?
That's a dispo.
Yes, yeah.
I be going to Artistry. That sound familiar to you?
Nah, what Wonderland? Yeah, it's a whole bunch. You see,
Yeah.
that's crazy, bro.
Yeah, have you been to the Stizzy store? It's like this huge warehouse. Like they got like hella counters, like hella people. You ever been in there? No. You should try to check it out.
It's a dispensary?
You never heard of Stizzy?
Nah.
What is
that? Nah.
Stizzy is it's a brand. Like I think they know for their carts.
Okay.
Like I think they got like disposable carts. Like you just use it and you just toss
it. But THC though.
Huh?
THC.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
But like they also got bud and like pre-rolls and all that.
I ain't never heard of them, but it's been a minute since how old is the situation?
I'm real. I don't really know, but I know like I think they're like kind of up there with like cookies. I know you know.
Okay,
cookies.
yeah, I know cookies for sure, but
I think they're like
cookies.
on that same kind of level in my head.
For sure, I ain't never heard of it. You know?
Yeah, man, smoking.
Might have to take a trip out there, see what it's talking about.
You think so after your rehab, are you trying to like kind of get back into some just like moderately, like maybe at night?
The goal is to just get to a point where I only feel like I only got to smoke like once or twice a day. Compare it again compared to all day. Like I
Like
don't,
you smoke like all day.
all day, bro. When I wake up,
Like breakfast, I gotta smoke. Like,
I smoke before I eat, nigga. I got a song. Nah, I ain't gonna speak on that. Yeah, I got down. I smoke before I eat, nigga. But yeah, bro, I be tripping with that shit. So I just wanna, gotta take the access away for a little bit because I feel like that might be the biggest problem. Like,
because it's just
so easy.
always around you.
Yeah, it's so easy. And then once I do that, I feel like the want will subside after so long. That's what I'm hoping.
How long you about to be rehab for?
I don't know, bro. It just depends. Like, I might do like a month. I might only do like 2 weeks. You know?
Okay.
It just depends on.
I feel it out.
Shit depends on what's going on the outside a little bit too. Cause I know this is a big summer for me musically.
Yeah.
And for everybody, but like my little brother that's in the NBA, like our whole life I always was a part of him working out and like grinding outside of practice like we talked about. And so this summer, after his rookie year just went by, it went pretty decent. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to switch it up and not be there for him while he's trying to get to the next level. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I ain't gonna be in there too long, but I need to go to be better for myself and all us. You know what I'm saying? So that's just what I'm gonna do. I know people be like, you don't go to rehab for weed, but I'm like, fuck that. Like, I'll be tripping. It's too much.
Yeah, but that's kind of fucked up to say. I feel like.
You don't go to rehab for weed? Yeah, yeah. But I mean, it's all good. It is what it is. To each his own, bro. I just feel like I need to get control of that shit. Too much of anything is a liability. So, yeah, I need to get control of that shit.
Okay. Man, I think we touched up on a lot of things.
Yeah.
Is there like anything you think we kind of skipped over?
Shit, man, nah, for real. That was cool. Like,
Yeah, I was getting into it.
Yeah,
I like to talk.
So, yeah, that's cool, bro. The clothing, the inspo, goddamn, shit. Follow me on Instagram at Highness Daze. My Twitter is the same. Yeah, follow me.
I'm gonna hit you up. Just send me like all the ads of
Yeah.
whatever you want me to put the link in the bio.
All right, bet.
I'll do all three of y'all if y'all want. I know you got a YouTube channel as well, so like I'll put that in the bios. Just like try to compile all that together, so I just could like copy and paste it.
Yeah.
Shit. Okay, we could end it. The way I usually end my podcast is usually I ask my guests, what's one piece of advice that you would tell your younger self? It can honestly be anything. It could be very specific.
Yeah.
It could be very vague, just like your approach on live. And like you said a lot of things that I feel like could be the answer. You could reuse that if you really want.
Shit. If I was talking to my younger self,
Yeah.
I would tell him, don't ever be controlled.
Don't be controlled.
Don't ever be controlled, but do you. You know what I'm saying? Be yourself. And however that make anybody feel, whether it's good or bad, fuck them. Like, do you. You know what I'm saying? That's what I tell myself.
Okay, I fuck with that.
And I feel like my younger self would be proud of my older self today in that regard. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I tell me.
Okay, I like that. Do you think that kind of comes from like you like not being a pushover, but like your choices and decisions were like dictated by like, oh, how would my mom think about that? Like how would my brothers think about that?
Once I started thinking like that, I started moving different. But at first, I wasn't always thinking like that. But when I did start to think like that, I started to grow as a person. Like, cause this shit, I was just telling my cousins them, and I was like, bro, everything you do, bro, you got to be thinking like, man, this shit gonna reflect my cousin, this shit gonna reflect my mom, my auntie, my big brother, all that. Cause it ain't just about you. When they see you, they gonna see us. Just like when they see me, they gonna see y'all, because that's how it gonna be. You see what I'm saying? So like, hey, yeah, bro, I just, bro, I just lost my train of thought completely. But what we was talking about?
We were talking about how like I kind of asked like why you said that, like whether it was because like.
Oh yeah. Because I said that because I thought about it years ago, started moving different. So I brought that up recently to my cousin because I wanted them to. I was hoping it would have the same effect on
yeah.
them. Like they start moving more, with more intent about everything they was doing, knowing that, you know what I'm saying, you got to make sure they respecting the family. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to make sure they understand we not to be played with. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. So.
Okay, I like that. Is there anything y'all want to say? Little piece of advice y'all would give to you?
Shit, I'd tell my younger self, fuck everybody's opinion and don't go for shit shooting.
Wait, what was that last part?
Don't go for next week. Like when I was younger, like I used to let everything slide. Like people talk to me. Now that shit, you know.
Like, can I set that boundary so that you know, like, don't cross this line when you're in front of me? Okay.
Fam ain't to be played with.
I got a couple things to say. When you spend no money on fun, you feel me? Y'all folk, my youngest self, like, y'all just stay out the way. Get your paper. Don't be all in the mix, you feel me? That's the best way. Staying out the way. Focus on you, bro. You feel me?
What do you mean by staying out the way?
Like, don't be in the mix. Don't
get caught up
Don't
in
be like everybody. Don't be
Okay.
average. You feel me? Don't be average.
Yeah.
It's a crazy ass statistic, bro. It's like I believe it goes something like only one. I think it's like 99% of the people in the world read one book a year. You feel me? So be that 1%. You feel me? Just be that 1%. Be different. Don't be like everybody else. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'd tell my younger self.
Okay, I like that, man.
Yeah.
All right, well, man, this was. I feel like this type of podcast was a little bit different for me.
For sure.
It felt like not that it was like scripted, but like I like how we had these topics in line. Like usually I just go off the top. I don't really have like any like guidelines. Or like I had like some, but like I don't know. I feel like this talk was very like real, even though if like we was like trying to stay in these topics. So
I'm glad.
Yeah, I really like this. I like how it came out. And man, like it was a pleasure having you on. And,
So
like,
it was a pleasure being here.
Yeah, no, I'm so thankful because like you definitely made a trip out here for this, right? So
man,
I appreciate you coming out, and I'm sorry I was a little late today.
Good, bro.
But
you got the job done. That's all that matters.
But yeah, it's a pleasure, man.
Sure.
Yeah, you look good, bro. Sure. All right. Yeah, thanks for watching, y'all. Let's meet you. I'm gonna check out that YouTube video like right now.
Oh,
All right, thanks for watching. Catch y'all next week.